Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Alex coming at y'all with a brand new video, and as you guys can see, we have the Galaxy Opals tier list right here. We're going to be getting into doing all of the new Galaxy Opals that we have gotten since this right here. It's going to be quite a large task and something that we're definitely going to have to work towards to get done, but we have a lot more to add. But I figured that the first thing we should do is come through here, edit what we currently have on the old tier list before we get into the new one. So we're going to move this one around, and then we're going to skip over, go to the actual part 1 of the Galaxy Opals tier list, and then part 2 is going to be dropping sometime later in the week. If you guys have any other ideas for new tier lists that you guys want me to do, leave them down in the comment section below, and make sure you guys go follow my Twitter. It would definitely be appreciated. So cards that I think we gotta move around big time is Kobe. Since the recording of the old Galaxy Opal tier list, did get an update to his jump shot, so the hitch is gone. So I mean, it's kind of obvious Kobe's got to be moved up in there. Thon, I don't think is the best Opal, so we're gonna move it down and leave that up to Shaq. Michael Porter Jr., I think I'm going to move down here to there. We're gonna move over him. Bol did have his Evo update, which is probably why I think he's up in S+ tier, but we're gonna move him over there. Magic can go there. The leap year check Tracy Mcgrady can drop down a little bit below, and Pau Gasol I think is going to move down to the A+ tier. Big drop, but I just don't feel like he's really all that anymore. It was really kind of like recency bias just using him. We're gonna move him down. Another card. Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna start moving with this S tier and moving cards down. Now I think we can start with Kiki Vandeweghe, moving him down to the A+ tier. Slow jump shot, just not really feeling him there. Let's see. Jamal Crawford, I'm gonna move it down to the A+ as well. I definitely think he's just slowly losing his feel for me. Let's see. We're gonna move down. I kind of want to move down this Andrei Kirilenko down to A+, just because he's a new Opal, which I think is in S or S+. But just slowly losing its way. Plus, gold quick draw base. LaMarcus Aldridge just ain't it, man. Just ain't it. Let's see what we got here. We're going to look around real quick. We can leave this James Worthy here. I think that one actually kind of fits. Let's see. I'm gonna move this Kuzma down to A. My troll Dan Issel, we're gonna move down to probably B tier. I feel like that's a pretty solid one for him. Actually, we're gonna move him down to C tier because I'm gonna move somebody like Jason Terry down there, Vince Carter up, this guy Jason Richardson down, Arvydas Sabonis all the way down over there, Nate Archibald up to C tier. We're gonna move Tony Parker up to B tier. I definitely feel like Tony Parker is quite amazing. Got some really nice boosts, like some really nice boosts off that last Evo update. Also, kind of debating putting him A, but we also got a boost to Scottie Pippen's jump shot, so I think that's enough to kind of throw him into the A+ tier. I feel like that new jump shot definitely makes the Opal Scottie Pippen just pop, makes him awesome, and just makes him a really good card. I'm gonna move Oscar farther up in that list, so we'll move him over there. Let's see. Devin Booker, I kind of like this. Now Larry Legend can stay there. Yeah, I'm kind of liking where this is at now. Just some subtle changes. I think I'm going to move this Donovan Mitchell down to B though, actually. And maybe this Chauncey Billups as well. I think that's where we're going to go. Let's see. Mitch Richmond, still a good card. Oh yeah, J.R. Smith got an Evo boost, if I'm not mistaken, which means he definitely has to move up into S tier. He got some really nice Evo boosts off of that. Completely forgot that right there. So we can move him up, and I think this is where we're gonna leave off the updated, previous tier list. Maybe move Julius Erving down a little bit and Billy Cunningham down to A+. But yeah, this is where I think we're gonna leave this tier list. The side to side isn't as updated as maybe some of you guys might like. Just wanted to do a quick up and down change to a lot of these cards that I feel like needed a bit of changing. So we're going to go over to part 1 of the Galaxy Opals tier list, cover those guys, and see where we get on with that. Okay, so here we are with the part 1 of the Galaxy Opals tier list. You can see I even tried to remember most of the guys that Evo up with the new Evo updates, like Ben Wallace, Lance Stevenson, Gerald Green. We got over here. Also have Rod Strickland and stuff like that. We got a lot of really nice cards, and this one honestly is looking like it's going to be a little top heavy, but it's okay. Starting off with Ben Wallace, who in the pink diamond tier I think I had somewhere around A+ or A tier, but once he gets that boost up to Galaxy Opal, the only thing that I really think he's still missing is that post game. I feel like they should have boosted up his strength and his post game, but they made his defense even better, they made his shooting even better, his finishing even better, and his playmaking even better. Just boosted up all of the things that the glitch Ben Wallace is really good at. I just feel like they should have given him some sort of post-game strength boost, and I feel like that would have been amazing, but still a really nice boost there. Same with Lance Stevenson. They just gave him some really nice boosts in everything that he would need. Defense, more Hall of Fame badges, shooting, finishing, everything just gets a really nice boost, and I think that kind of moves him up into either an S or an A+ kind of thing. I think it's lower S tier maybe, but obviously I can't show that now because we only got 2 up. Next we have Gerald Green, who actually gets some really nice boosts with his Evo update, but I just don't think that he's really too amazing with that. Now I love Gerald Green, but I think his jump shot is still just a little bit too slow, and that kind of hurts. But I am forgetting that they did move his speed up to like 90s, so he does feel faster there. It's only his jump shot that you might not be able to get away with, so I think I'm gonna throw him A+ tier. I think he's still a really good card. There's just a lot of things that he is actually not a lot of things he's missing. It's just his jump shot, man, a little too slow for me personally. Next we have the Galaxy Opal Mel Daniels, who actually is a beast. I've gone against this guy a lot in triple threat, and he cheeses up some awesome dribbling animations for a big man, especially. Has a really good jump shot, can shoot the 3-ball really well, finish inside, do everything really great. I think pretty quality S tier. Missing that little extra oomph to go up. I think maybe as a small forward could be a little bit higher, but still a really good card. And as a free one, definitely not bad. Speaking of free cards that are actually amazing, we have Rudy Larussa, who I think fits in S tier pretty well. Lower end of S tier in my opinion. I think Rudy Larussa is just, as a 6'8" 2 guard that can play defense the way he can, a really smooth jump shot, he can finish the ball amazing, obviously shoot the 3-ball like crazy. I just think he's a super nice card, also has some of the best post-game 4A too, and if he had more Hall of Fame badges, it would just be godly. Next we have the GOAT Michael Jordan, the first card that is hopping in to S+ tier for us. We all know that the GOAT cards are going to sit up in S+. You know what, we'll just throw a Magic and Kareem in there as well. Like, we know the GOAT cards are going to be going into our S+ tier. It's kind of obvious. We know. Kareem, in my opinion, this is how it goes. We have Kareem as the best Opal out of the GOATs. Then we have Magic Johnson, and then we have Michael Jordan for these 3. Because these are only 3 GOATs that we have now. The other ones will be covered in a part 2. That'll be coming out later in the week. Just want to make sure that one's all up to date with some of the new Opals. But these 3 guys, absolutely insane. Kareem is just too unreal. I think 7'2", half range, awesome dribbling animation, just everything crazy. Really good card. Next we have the Galaxy Opal Scottie Pippen, who before the update of his jump shot, I probably would have only thrown S, but they updated Scottie Pippen's jump shot to make it super smooth, super clean, and actually really nice, so I gotta move it up into S+ tier. I mean, he's just a great card now, absolutely insane, and definitely worthy of a S+ tier throw in right there. Absolutely insane card. Next one we got is Galaxy Opal Giannis Antetokounmpo. Definitely an insane card. We're going to throw him up here. I'm putting him a little bit above Michael Jordan. Might be a controversial pick, but I'm going to knock him a little bit above Michael Jordan just because it's Giannis, man. Small forward, power forward. He can shoot the 3-ball like crazy. His jump shot is actually money. Like, Giannis has a really nice base. I don't know why, but he just has a really nice base. The finishing, the Giannis hop step is just enough to hold him up as much as he is. Absolutely insane card, man. Next we have a Galaxy Opal Jason Kidd, who I'm going to throw into A tier, a little bit low, but I think with Jason Kidd, the only problem is his slow as hell jump shot. Like, Gerald Green has a slow jump shot, but Jason Kidd has an even slower jump shot, and that's what hurts him big time. He can still play really good defense, and he's 6'4", so he has some pretty decent size, a little bit undersized, but still good size. At the PG, can play amazing defense, like really amazing defense. Has good post game, good rebounding, good everything. If his shooting was just a little bit faster, he could knock up a bunch of tiers. But it is what it is. We got to keep him here. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Chris Paul, who Chris Bosh, who I'm going to throw into S tier. Chris Bosh has amazing shooting, amazing post game, just awesome at defense, awesome at everything in general. Some people find his release a little bit clunky. I personally really like it. I think it's nice and smooth, but I do understand that some people do find it clunky. We're going to throw him into S tier, and I feel like Chris Bosh is amazing. I just don't feel like he's on the tiers of these guys in order to throw him up into S+. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Darius Miles, who I'm also going to throw S tier, but a little bit higher into S tier. I think, personally, for me, Darius Miles is better than Ben Wallace. That Michael Beasley base is just so money on guys that are 6'10 and below, because if you guys didn't know, they slow down the jumpers for anybody that is 6'10 or above, which is why some jump shots may feel different to you, even though it's the same base. Keep that in mind. But that's why the Michael Beasley base for Darius Miles will feel a little bit different for you than if you were using somebody like Kristaps Porzingis or Bol Bol, but I still love it on Darius Miles. It's one of the best slashers in the game. In my opinion, the best slasher. Has some amazing shooting, obviously, with that Beasley base. The defense is crazy. He's 6'9". He can just do everything really, really well, and I just love this Darius Miles card. Next, we have Dikembe Mutombo, who also did get actually a Evo boost to get his shooting up to, I think, like a 93 or something like that, and he has, I think, range or something, which is a really good boost to Dikembe, but his jump shot to me really just ain't it. I'm gonna throw him into A+ tier because of his defense. It's so good, it's so amazing that I feel like he really can't be too much lower than A+ tier. But again, just like the Jason Kidd and Gerald Green, it's the jump shot that's holding him back. If he had a smoother jump shot, you know, even if we're talking something like Chris Bosh or something like this Ben Wallace, it would actually be so much better. And if he had something like Mel Daniels or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, dude, we're talking S+ because of how amazing his stats are. But it is what it is. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Pg Stojakovic, who is a 6'9" two guard that has a pretty bad jump shot, and because of that, I'm gonna throw him into A tier. Pg could be amazing, but his jump shot is just so booty cheeks. He feels clunky on the court, but if you do get his jumper down, you can kind of shoot well. You can play some good defense and just do everything okay. It's just, he's not my cup of tea. In the right hands, I bet he could be amazing, and I bet you could really love this Pg Stojakovic card, but to me personally, he really ain't it, man. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Jian Liang. Honestly, an insane card. He's a 7-foot small forward, power forward that got a boost up to Opal. It is just unreal that they did this in general. I think I'm going to throw him up to A+. And again, I think it's something that the jump shot hinders him a little bit, and that's just because it's the Terrence Ross jump shot 70, which isn't the most fast jump shot in the game. And again, because he's 7 foot, he's above that 6'10 mark. It's a little bit slower than it would be on somebody like Terrence Ross, so it's a little bit slower, but it's still amazing. And they gave us some boost to his shooting, his boost to his finishing, his better post game, just better everything in general. And he's a 7-foot small forward, kind of making me want to switch him out with Rudy Larussa in S tier. You know what? It's my list. We're going to do it. We're moving Rudy down to A+, and we are having our beautiful, wonderful Yi sitting in S tier. Because I can. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Tracy Mcgrady, who I'm going to throw right there between Kareem and Magic Johnson. And for the sole reason is, with Magic, again, I'm not a big fan of his jump shot, but he's amazing because he's 6'9" PG. Tracy Mcgrady, 6'8" PG, so I'm really only losing 1 inch of height. The Trey Burke base is so much better than Magic base, in my opinion. Just makes it so much cleaner, so much smoother, and you're really not missing out on too much with Tracy Mcgrady and Magic Johnson. Obviously, the Go Magic Johnson is an absolutely insane card. I just think how consistent you can be with Tracy McGrady's jump shot and the opportunities that you get with T-Mac's jump shot, with just how quick you can get it off in certain aspects, I think just makes him better than Magic, but by a pretty small margin. You can still kill it with each. I'm not saying that it's too bad. I just think Tracy McGrady just has that little bit of a notch above Magic just because the animations are just a little bit better. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Klay Thompson, probably one of the best 3 and D cards in the game. Easily got to throw him into S tier. I mean, he can just shoot the 3 ball crazy, play some amazing defense, and just overall play amazing. He actually can finish too. Like, they gave Klay Thompson like an 85 driving dunk. Actually kind of unreal. I'm really surprised that they did do it, but not bad. Not bad. Klay Thompson, pretty nice card. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Dirk Nowitzki. For triple threat, he kind of becomes a center and a big man, and it actually works pretty well. But if you're running him in unlimited, I don't like this Dirk at the 2 or the 3. I did a gameplay on him, and I'm just really not a fan. I'm going to throw him into A+ tier because I feel like he can do something, but his jump shot is a little slow. You know, it's Dirk. He's meant to be in the post, you know, shooting the occasional 3, pick and pop, stuff like that. And at the 2, it just doesn't work as well. Or even the 3, it's really just, it's not my preferred Dirk to use. I wish they would have just made him a power forward with the same stats, and I feel like it would have been a lot better. But, you know, it is what it is. Dirk, still a fun card to use, and in the post, super cheesy. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Rod Strickland, who has all of those Kyrie animations. I'm going to throw him into B tier. Kyrie just has a really bad jump shot, one that I'm not a fan of, and just don't personally like, but still is great. And again, he's just a reskinned Kyrie. He's really almost the exact same as Kyrie, except he has a worse post game, and just slight changes here and there, -1 or -2 in certain aspects. So basically the same as Kyrie, and I'm pretty sure we had Kyrie in B tier, so it's only fair that we throw a Rod Strickland into B as well. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Isaiah Thomas, who I'm also going to throw into B tier, just a little bit undersized at the guard, but can still play some great defense. He can shoot the 3-ball pretty well and still play awesome in the paint as well. It's just that size is making a big difference on it. It's the reason why, you know, guys like Trae Young are amazing at the PG, and guys like Tracy Mcgrady are. Trae Young has an amazing jump shot. He can just do everything really well. But the second he gets into the post, you know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is coming through and smacking everything away. It's just how 2K is. If shorter guys were amazing, you know, guys like Isaiah Thomas, Trae Young, stuff like that would be moving up leagues in the list. But that's just not how 2K is played nowadays. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Mcgwire, who is a 6'6" small forward, power forward, so I really only think he can run him at the small forward. But still some good shooting and some good finishing ability, decent post game, decent defense, decent everything. Like, pretty good at everything in the game, just like most cards are. But I'm pretty sure he has like jump shot 22 or something like that. Please don't shoot me if I'm wrong. But I do think that he's a pretty good card. In the right hands, he can be amazing. It kind of feels like a buffed up Zion Williamson a little bit. So I'm going to throw him into A tier, but I'm not 100% impressed with him. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Barnett, who is an amazing card. It can shoot the 3-ball crazy because his release is just so cool, so fast, so clunky, and it's a little bit weird, so it might throw some people off. He can still dunk the ball well, play some good defense, and he's 6'4", so at the PG, he's actually going to not be too bad. You know, a little bit of height, kind of like Jason Kidd, but doesn't give us the same defensive ability as Jason Kidd, so I do think Jason Kidd just gets that little bit of a boost above Dick Barnett and Isaiah Thomas, just because Kidd has such insane badges and stats that he's just like our borderline between the not so great starting PGs or shorter PGs and the amazing ones. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Terry Cummings, so I'm going to throw into A+ tier. When Terry Cummings first came out, I was super high on him, super hyped about him. He has a really nice jump shot. If you personally like it, it's one of those ones where some people really like it and some people really just aren't a fan. I personally actually kind of like it, but he is 6'9", can play the 3 and the 4 really well, has basically like Lamar Odom with a different jump shot and a little bit of different dribbling animations, but is an amazing card, can do a lot of things really well. But again, it's kind of like a preference thing. Who do you like more? So for some people, he might not be the greatest. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Pg, who we're going to throw up into S+ tier, and I'm going to move a notch above Scottie Pippen. Paul George, 6'9", 2 guard with the PG base, can dunk like crazy, shoot the 3-ball insane, play some amazing defense, and only badge that he is missing is a moving truck on gold. If he had that, he probably would be, well, he already is, I think, a top 5 to top 3 shooting guard, but I feel like with moving truck, the ability to not be backed down like by people like Dirk if they're going to run him there, I think would make him like top 3. But because he's missing out a little bit, it can hurt him. You know, basically all moving truck does is stop it when people are backing you down. So PG sometimes may have a little bit of trouble if people are running that glitch of Dirk at shooting guard, defending them. But other than that, if it's a normal 2 guard, he is one of the best in the game, and he can do everything just insane. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Victor Oladipo, who is in the same boat as Jason Kidd for me. He can shoot really well, but not the greatest at jump shots. He can play some really good defense, but not the greatest of dribbling animation, so his playmaking is a little weak, and his finishing is still pretty good too. Just really good at everything, but he's just not at that next level of impress me to be too insane. So he's just going to have to sit in the A tier. But if he had a little bit of different animations, or maybe was like 2 inches taller, he probably would be amazing. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Shawn Kemp. I think an easy S tier companion. Shawn Kemp for a while was bad because he just did not have a good release. He had a really bad hitch in his jump shot that just killed it for a lot of people, and they just really weren't a fan of it, including myself. I never once have played a game with the pink and diamond Shawn Kemp that I got from the domination rewards. It still has the one contract that it comes with on my account because I just never played with him. His jump shot was just booty. Used it once in freestyle and I didn't like it. But then they changed it to something that doesn't have a hitch, and now it's super smooth, super clean, and Shawn Kemp already was one of the better slashers in the game, some insane badges and stats for finishing, and now can shoot like crazy and has range extender, so he can shoot like real good, especially from deep. His defense is crazy, and he's 6'10", so at the 4, I think he is awesome, and is definitely a contender for one of the top spots. Awesome card that I definitely recommend people actually take a second look at, because now he's actually a beast. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Bob Mcadoo, who I'm going to throw into A tier, because for me personally, I feel like Bob Mcadoo has a decent jump shot, some decent shooting, no range, super undersized at the center and the power forward, can maybe make it work at the 4, but really all you're getting with Bob Mcadoo is his defense and finishing, some good post game, and rebounding as well. But the shooting for me personally just ain't it. I just don't think he's that great of a card. I know some people have hit me up and been like, yo, Bob Mcadoo's a beast. I love him. But personally, he's just not my cup of tea. Not the guy that I would want to run my team with, or just really have it in general. There's a lot of other guys on this list that I'd rather have play my 4, like Ben Wallace, Darius Miles, or Chris Bosh. He just ain't my guy. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Jian Moran, who I'm going to throw into A+ tier. I'm actually going to put him a little bit over this Opal Lance. Now, with John Morant, he's 6'3", so obviously that's going to be a little bit of a hindrance for some people, but it's John Morant. He's super fun to use. He dunks on everybody. He has that Paul George base as well, so he can shoot really well from 3 if you love that release. Same as Cam Reddish, stuff like that. Really good jump shot. And again, the defense is still pretty good at 6'3". Playmaking is nice. Dribbling innovations are crazy. Everything about John Morant is just really good. Definitely a guy that you would want to pick up. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Amar'e Stoudemire, who I'm actually going to throw above Paul George and Scottie Pippen into S+ tier. Amar'e Stoudemire is a dribbling demigod at 6'11" that can play your power forward or center both really well, as one of the cleanest jump shots in the game, and can shoot from deep with, I think, half range, and has just some of the most insane stats and badges you'll ever see in the game. There's not a spot on the court where he can't score, and he can play defense on every single court in the game. This Amar'e Stoudemire is just insane, and definitely probably the best token market card that you can go ahead and pick up right now. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Bob Pettit. Another one of those cards who I'm just not really impressed with. Hasn't shown me too much, but can still shoot the 3-ball well, finish really nice, play some good defense, but his dribbling animations just really aren't it. So for a power forward, small forward, not really too impressive to me. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Demar Derozan, who I'm going to throw into S+ tier. Demar Derozan is basically T-Mac reskinned, has a Trey Burke base, the same exact dribbling animations. I'm almost positive they're almost all the exact same. There might be one or two that are a little bit different, but can dunk on everybody, shoot like crazy with that Trey Burke base as my personal starting 2-guard. And it's just one of the most fun cards that you'll use in the game, and a 6'7" 2-guard is always welcome. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Jason Tatum, who I'm going to throw equal with Paul George. Jason Tatum, for anybody that didn't know, got a change of his jump shot from his old booty cheeks jump shot up to base 107, which is the exact same base that Trae Young has. If you guys are into, the super hyper, analytics on jump shots, jump shot 107 is recommended by 2K Lab because it doesn't have the biggest of green windows like base 98, but it has the highest make percentage in the game. So if you're good at timing your shots, you're almost always going to get that green that's going to go in. No full whites that are actually greens. So Jason Tatum has an insane jump shot, and if you can get that down, it is going to be crazy. He's also 6'8", I think, at the 2-guard with some awesome defense. Obviously, we just talked about the insane shooting, good finishing, and just good everything. So Jason Tatum is a beast, and I think kind of a slept-on god. Like, not too many people are talking about Jason Tatum like he's amazing, but I think more people should start. Next, we have Galaxy Opal and Antoine Jamison, who I'm going to throw into A+ tier again. Think he's a good card, but kind of feels like Bob Pettit to me, just like a better version of Bob Pettit, so we'll put him a little bit above him. Again, can shoot the 3-ball well, finish inside, play some post game, play some good defense, but just doesn't impress me in too many areas. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Shaquille O'Neal, who was getting a lot of hate because he only has a 70-shot 3. But I'm going to put Shaquille O'Neal into low S tier because for me, Shaq is the best back to the basket big man that still has a pretty good jump shot in the game. I mean, he obviously doesn't have the greatest of jump shot animations, but I think people see Shaq and immediately start backing off and just don't let him shoot. So you can have a few open opportunities at least, and if you time it well, it'll bang. The post game is just crazy. Shaq has some of the best post animations in the game and just some of the best post game in the game. Can dunk it, everybody. One of the best rebounders. I think is a really good card. And again, another card that I think is super slept on that some people need to wake up and try out. And last but not least, we have Galaxy Opal Jimmy Butler, who I think falls into the A+ tier. And the only thing that holds Jimmy Butler back is just not the greatest of dribbling animations, but jump shot 22 for his jump shot. Super clean, super nice, awesome finishing. Again, awesome shooting, amazing defense. But those dribbling animations make him just not as cheesy at the 2, but can still be an amazing card for you. Just sometimes can be a little bit of a cone. So that's where we're finishing off with part 1 of the Galaxy Opals tier list. Obviously, we changed up the old tier list just a little bit to fit what we like now, and we have part 1 with some of the new Opals that are all segregated into their areas. We're going to go over part 2 later in the week. I'm probably going to I'm thinking about doing it on the weekend. That way we have all of the new Opals for the week come out, and then it'll be up to date on the weekend. So let me know what you guys think about that. I just choked on my own spit. My apologies. Like the video, you guys did enjoy. Comment down below any other tier lists you guys want to see me do. And subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 6.6K. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.